Welcome back to the new SC podcast. I'm Hunter Ziesman here with Randall Liddett Jr. We have ranked matchup, 16 Texas A&M, 8 Notre Dame. This is a rematch of last season's game where Notre Dame beat A&M down in College Station. Now A&M looks to get their get back against Notre Dame in South Bend. Notre Dame now 6.5-point favorites, single score. What do we like here at the new SC podcast when looking at A&M versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish?
Look, I'm going to go out and say it. Notre Dame's overrated. They're the only team in the top 10 that's 0-1. They played a close game against Miami. I respect that. I don't think they should be top 10. I think this is a good football team, though. I don't think they should be top 10 based upon where they are today. Point blank, period. Last year, they played A&M. They started Connor Wegman. A&M did. Notre Dame was able to win 23-13. A&M looks different this year, and they got 2 dogs at the receiver position. I think that's got to be the main story when it comes to A&M's offense so far, and Casey Concepcion and Craver. They got some guys, and I think that could be a tough matchup for this Notre Dame defense based upon what we saw against Miami in their first and only game this season.
Yeah, and I don't know when it happened or when they scheduled it, but the Notre Dame bye looks a little scared. Take a bye week 2 before A&M. I think it's a little scared looking. On there, Notre Dame, they maybe could have used some experience coming into this game. A&M now playing 2 opponents a little bit closer with Utah State than maybe they were expecting it to be. Broke it open, and Utah State kind of had some scoring at the end there. But I like what A&M's offense is becoming. I like Marcel Reed. We saw him leave the game with an injury. Elko said, "Hey, he's good. He's good. Don't worry about it." So I'm until we hear something different. We're recording here on Monday. Until we hear something different, I'm going to take it that he is going to be playing in this game at full strength. Now, looking at this game, this is a Marcel Reed decision-making game. That's what I'm looking at in this. They've given him the reins, second year now. What are you going to do with the ball? He runs the RPO. He has the legs for it. He's got weapons at receiver. We've called it one of the best running back rooms in the country. I think this game comes down to his decision-making for what he can bring to this game. If he makes the right decisions, I like A&M.
Yeah, if he makes the right decisions, I like A&M in this game too. And, you saying that about Marcel Reed in the decision game makes me think about the key games he had last year. Beat Florida. Florida was suspect at the time. Beat LSU. They were on the map, right? LSU was undefeated at the time, I want to say. Then had some struggles when playing against South Carolina, was upset against Auburn, beat by Texas. This has to be the Marcel Reed, I'm legit come out party, right? 509 yards in the season, 105 rushing yards in the season. He leads the team in rushing with this great running back core. None of that matters if you can't win games like this.
And I'm taking a look at this Notre Dame defense, and I'm thinking about what they did against Miami. Now, man coverage was money for Notre Dame last year. They were one of the best man coverage teams in the country. They were locked down. They switched a little bit. There might have been a little bit of regression. They switched a little bit against Miami, split it up with zone. Field was a little wet. Beck picked apart the zone, 13 for 16. Both of his touchdowns came against man coverage. However, now if you're playing man coverage against this A&M team, Marcel Reed's going to tear that apart. They got great receivers. He's going to roll out of the pocket. You're going to find him running the ball. But is Notre Dame ready to play zone? It doesn't look like they are based on the game against Miami. So I think they're going to find themselves in a little bit of a whirlwind defensively, trying to keep up with the different attack patterns that this A&M team can bring.
I agree. And I think from a receiving perspective, last year, A&M's main guy was Noah Thomas. He's now in Georgia. I think this receiving core is vastly revamped. And Casey Concepcion, we talked about it. I talked about, Mario Craver. On the defensive side, and it hasn't really been talked about since A&M's kind of been playing some G5 competition, defense is a little suspect. Currently, A&M is 12th in the SEC in passing yards given up and 13th in the rushing yards given up, 140 rushing yards per game in the last 2 games. They played Utah State and UTSA. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame currently is 121st in the country with rushing yards. Jadarian Prince, Jeremiah Love, both these guys have combined for only 78 yards on the season. 1 game sample size. They have an opportunity to potentially run on this defense in this game. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has had some shaky moments where it's like, okay, what's going on with this A&M defense? In a game like this, you can't be conservative. No conservatism defensively. Bring the heat. Don't be fearful of what could happen downfield if you do it. You have a Notre Dame team who's the best part of this Notre Dame offense is the running backs.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. I mean, 2 great running backs when we did the preview on who has the best running back room. We talked about A&M, but we mentioned Notre Dame, we mentioned Penn State. I think you need to commit to that and commit to putting pressure on a quarterback in his first year with the team. If he throws it downfield and beats you that way, so be it. But put the pressure on, stop the running backs, put some pressure on the quarterback, load the box, do your thing that way.
Yeah, I don't think Notre Dame used their running backs enough against Miami. When you look at the carry count, CJ Carr, I know I talked about Notre Dame being overrated. I don't think he's a slouch. He led the team. He led the game when it came to passing yards. He still could be very well the guy. This is not a guy to sleep on when we look at A&M's passing defense to this point, right? You're not playing Owen McCown. You're not playing Utah State. And there's a lot going in his favor, right? He had a good passing game for the most part against Miami. He's playing at home. It's prime time, NBC. They're going to be up. Marcus Freeman's going to have his boys up. So when you look at this game, any final keys or final predictions when you think about it?
Well, looking at the over-under, I like the over in this game just at a first look. I think it's going to be a little bit more high score, and I think that this is a empty the bag game for A&M at this point in the season. Empty the bag, bring out what you got. I do like A&M winning on a field goal, 31-30.
Okay. Ooh, that's a close one. I'm going to say A&M 30-24. I think they are able to hold this offense. I think there's still some opportunities for growth for CJ Carr, and they're able to kind of get the rushing defense right. It's Mike Elko. Defense is what he does. And ultimately A&M does cover in this game. And so we want to know what y'all think here. This is a new SC podcast. Drop your predictions. And I'm Randall Ledet Jr. We got Hunter Ziesman. Until next time.